Those hacked emails come out as the Clinton campaign deals with an entirely different email controversy, the one regarding the private home server. Hillary Clinton's attorneys answered questions about it in response to a lawsuit, and over the course of the 25 questions, they said 21 times that Secretary Clinton could not recall the details. A judge ordered Hillary Clinton to answer the questions in writing under oath after the conservative group Judicial Watch sued her. Among the answers, when asked about why she chose to use a private email server, Clinton's attorney wrote, she does not recall any specific consultations regarding this decision. And on whether anybody warned her not to use a private server, quote, she does not recall being advised, cautioned, or warned. She does not recall that it was ever suggested to her. In response, a Clinton campaign spokesman said that Judicial Watch is a right-wing organization that has been attacking the Clintons since the 1990s, and this frivolous lawsuit is just the latest filed in an attempt to hurt her campaign for the presidency. Right now, Judicial Watch has more than 20 lawsuits against Hillary Clinton working their way through the courts. Let's bring in Carol Lee, White House correspondent for the Wall Street Journal. What are we to make of this, Carol?
Well, I think that her answers largely, besides what you mentioned about, declining to answer a number of questions, saying she doesn't recall, rather, is a little bit different. Her answers largely track with what she said publicly, what we know from things that were released by the FBI. But more broadly, I think we're just in this weird moment where we have a number of different emails coming out from different places. You have the WikiLeaks, you have the State Department, and you have the Judicial Watch lawsuit. And it's a bit confusing, so it's all kind of getting conflated. And then within that, you have the fact that the Russian government, the U.S. says the Russian government is partly responsible for some of these emails. And so every day there's this drip, drip, drip of emails coming from various places. So the issue remains and continues to be out there, and yet it's really hard to break through because of all of the attention being focused on what's happening with Donald Trump.
It does affect her trustworthiness polling, though, does it not?
Yeah, this plays to the issue of trustworthiness, which is what she has struggled with. Donald Trump has had an advantage on this issue. We have a poll that shows, we ask the question every month, and he was at one point 16 points ahead of her, and then last month he's now just 10 points ahead of her. And so he's kind of there. The email issue is an opportunity and has been an opportunity for Donald Trump to make an argument in case against her, and it seems that he's squandering that a little bit because that lead over her in this particular issue is narrowing for him.
With history as your guide, in absence of sexual assault allegations, touching up the skirt, kissing unwanted over and over and over and over, in absence of all of that, this email hubbub, that's a real issue for her in absence of all that, isn't it? Absolutely, it has been.
It has been something that has overshadowed this campaign. It's one of the reasons why she has struggled to show and demonstrate that she is trustworthy, that voters can rely on what she said. She came into this automatically, and there's this perception, and Republicans have said it a number of times, that the Clintons are always trying to hide something, or they don't necessarily play by the rules. And this email issue, became public near the start of her campaign, and it fed into that and has continued to feed into that. And what we're seeing now is you have these different emails coming out every single day, and clearly the WikiLeaks has decided that they're going to release a batch of emails of John Podesta, campaign chairman, emails every day up until the election. And so the issue is just not going away, and yet she's still ahead, and it's hard for these stories to break through over what is, some pretty bombastic things that are coming out of the Trump campaign.
Carol Lee, the White House correspondent for the Wall Street Journal, whose exemplary work can be found at WSJ.com just about every day. Carol, it's good to see you.
Thank you.